we're about ready to go live. And we're live. Hey, hey, hey. How are folks? That's kind of crazy. It's the background thing. How you guys doing? Happy 4th of July. Jack, what's going on? Holly? Uh-oh. There's something that's quit this. All right. I knew. What? Yeah. There we go. Now I took care of the echo in the background. Joey, what's going on? So how you guys doing? Sorry about the background. Background's actually live. I'm actually on the back porch, and I don't know if the lighting is going to be. Let me turn the light off here. See if this will do it. Let's do it this way. Screw it. If you can't see me, you can't see me, but you can hear me. What is going on? Eddie, what is up? John, I'm actually going to take live calls if you want to call in. Let's get the banner up, 931-994-6917, see what everybody's up to. You can also text that number if you'd like. What you guys drinking? I'm assuming there's going to be some adult beverages hopping around. Holly, what's going on? Like the background, it's real. It is actually real. Can't beat the background, especially with the American flag in there. Happy 4th of July for all the fine, upstanding American citizens that served or are serving in the military. I salute you. God bless each and every one of you. If you have served in the past, God bless you. Thank you for your service. So, Isaac, what's going on? Please like and share this out. Diane, hey, what's going on with you? Haven't seen you in a hot minute. I'm drinking medium dark roast coffee, and I got some sweet tea with lemon next to me here. But give me just a second. We'll get this. If anybody wants to jump in on the stream, you're more than welcome to jump in there. So what are you guys doing today? Are you guys all pigging out? Hot dogs and hamburgers and all that kind of crazy stuff? Oop. Looks like I might get a little rain, looks like. Maybe according to my holy watch here. Veterans and service people, all denominations. Definitely. So, if you have noticed, hey, add me authority. What's going on, Maggie? Ribs exchange, T minus 45 minutes. Tina MM. Nothing this year's. Well, I did my, I guess, 4th of July yesterday. I sort of celebrated with my aunt. So there you go. Sweetly Morbid Bear. What's going on? So today I think I'm going to have, what did I put in there? I put roast chicken in. I'm going to roast the chicken up and do some taters and stuff like that. But just thought I'd jump on since I hadn't been live. Well, I couldn't count Saturday night as live. But hey, Chris, what's going on, brother? God bless y'all. Let's go ahead and get a prayer up here. I humbly ask the Lord Jesus Christ that, in accordance with your holy will, that all curses, evil, demonic involvement, and or attack been sent against us be blocked and be sent back from whence it came. Bless those that are in need of body, mind, and spirit that are aching and hurting. Send your angels of mercy and healing to those folks. In Jesus Christ's name, amen. May you bless the United States of America. Amen. There you go. Fonzie Driver, what's going on? Fonzie, I haven't heard that in a while. Cool. So, how y'all doing today? AJK, Brown Dwarf. Hey, Brown Dwarf, I followed you over on TikTok. Got some good stuff over there, brother. Got some good stuff. Ah, crap. I was going to go live over on TikTok, but I ain't got my phone set up to to do that. So, crap. Oh well. As you have noticed, Donnie Cho, what's up, brother? Have you noticed I am no longer doing Southern Supernatural on Fridays? That show has been canceled. I have removed all remnants of it across 3 or 4 platforms. And the reason behind it is God come to me and said, Sean, you can't do that anymore. That's taboo. So I said, yes, God, I will do this. And that's how that happened. I have no hard feelings toward the co-host Tina or Danielle. God bless them. I hope they do well. But you have noticed probably if you follow my channel over on Chasing Truth YouTube, I've been putting out a lot more shorts. And I'm going to probably pepper a lot of stuff here and there with live streams. I'll just keep doing my Wednesdays. Hadn't decided if I'm going to keep doing the Friday one. Put my own spin on whatever I was going to do Friday. I will sit down and think about it. If you got any ideas, let me know. I'm going to try to keep it as Christian-based as possible. I will keep it Christian-based. That's basically, hey, Barbie, what's going on with you? So, happy 4th of July. So, what is everybody eating today? If you are in the United States, May Reed, what's going on with you? I know you're not in the United States, but there you go. Diane said, I've been seeing all the shorts. Yeah, there's some crazy shorts in there. Some of them, hey, I just put it out there just to throw out. I heard CERN is firing up the collider. Yeah, that is actually scheduled for the 5th. But since it is over in Europe, we are, it's going to be firing up here in just a matter of hours. So, absolutely. Thanks for reminding me, Maggie. That is going to be interesting. They're going to do full power, from what I have heard. They're going to do full power testing through the 5th. I don't know how long. I think it's going to be a prolonged testing series. If not just turn it on and leave it on and see what happens. I don't know. Throwing all those protons, neutrons, and breaking them apart, whatever they're going to do. Heard it's World UFO today. Well, Sue down in Australia has been sending me some pictures and some video of some stuff that's going out her backyard, but I don't have permission to share that with you, and I don't think I captured it off of what she sent me. But there you go. Corey, what's going on, brother? Dark Woods, glad to see you. And Bonita, happy 4th. Yeah, how's Northeast Tennessee holding you out? Let me see what's going on in the weather over there in Northeast Tennessee. It's 82 biggins here, Fahrenheit. I don't do that Canadian stuff, Celsius. But let's see what's going on with the weather here. And just like that, the weather bug pops up and just some sporadic stuff down in Newport and on the North Carolina, Knoxville area. Feels like it needs to rain here, but who knows? I wonder if LHC messes with the Veil too. I would assume so, Barbie. I would assume so. If you've seen some of the portals and stuff that they, what looked like a portal that popped up above the LHC over in Europe, you would think so. But who knows? We might, I don't know. Do you believe? Put this in the chat here. One for if you believe that they're messing with portals, rifts, and stuff. Are we going to start seeing a whole lot more Mandela effect because of this new power up? It's not been up and running for 3 years. And a lot of Mandela shows have been popping out. I've done a few myself. Darkwood says it's raining on and off all day long. Yeah, crazy stuff. But please share this stream out, get it out to some folks. I don't know how long I'm going to be on. I thought I'd pick out an hour of the day today that, I know, like Cisco over and Journey Through the Paranormal Gates. She usually does Mondays around 8 o'clock Eastern. Didn't want to mess with her time, so I said, well, why don't I just jump on about 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock Central, and get something out of the way and say, hey, howdy. I hadn't done a live stream in over a week. And the reason why I haven't done a live stream in over a week, if you haven't been paying attention to my community posts, I had a lot of spiritual stuff that I had to take care of. And I needed a break. I did need a break. I did take one full day off of everything, even writing. That kind of drove me a little nuts. But yeah. Little Dog, Big Heart, happy 4th to you. And Holly says, it's hot. Bonfire and fireworks later keep a body of water close by. Oh, so are you right next to a lake or a river or a pond there, Bonita? That is crazy. Italian hoagie and some macaroni and cheese for dinner. Ooh, that don't sound too awful bad there. I could have made me an Italian sub with meatball sub for today. Crap. Oh, well, I'll do that tomorrow. How's that? How's the audio? Is it all right for y'all? So put a 1 in the chat if you think that the CERN going live in a few matter of hours. It may be live right now. I hadn't actually looked at when the hour is going to be, but it's supposed to have been on the 5th, which is over in Europe, which are 5 hours. Well, 5 hours ahead. So we've got, probably will go live, and who knows what's going to happen. Are we going to see something with this new LHC, Large Hadron Collider, CERN? I hate CERN, Corey says. Are you watching fireworks? No, I'm not watching fireworks. Hey, Lakaya, what's going on with you? There will be some fireworks. I can honestly tell you there's fireworks all over the neighborhood for the last 3 or 4 days. I was actually on the phone with a new friend of mine. I actually am going to be a guest on his show. Give me just a second. Let me pop his. Make sure I've got Matthew from Podcast Strange Encounters. He hasn't posted anything yet, but I'm going to be on his podcast. And we had a good long chat. Day before yesterday, I think. LHC in Illinois. Yes, there is, Barbie. They planned on, but scrapped the Texas one that they were planning on building. Now, oh my God. My digital assistant in the house just heard me say something, and it's responding to Texas, whatever the heck that is. Oh, God. Sometimes I like that thing, and sometimes I don't. Barbie says, like HAARP. HAARP, I think they've expanded that technology and put that in space. So that's my gut feeling, and I have nothing to back up with it other than my gut feeling. Keith, hey, brother. How's your dad, Jimmy, there, brother? I ain't seen you in a little bit. I think there's another mini CERN in New Jersey as well, in Princeton. Really? I wonder if they're going to turn all of them on that's on the planet at one time. There are multiple super colliders. Yes, they are. CERN is opening portals because you have a massive need to bring in other world entities. It's just my opinion. Right? Possible. My gut feeling it is, but hold on just a second. I'm actually going to brought up a couple of things that kind of got my attention. Let me get this thing up here. This is over on dogmanencounters.com. new website. Actually, there's a cool connection between Bigfoot and National Guard. Hadn't seen this one. That's wild. I love these cool pictures right here. Washington National Guard leaders, 1892, waiting for Bigfoot. This dude right here, he looks kind of crazy. This one. I don't know if you can see my, you probably couldn't see my thing right there. But yeah. National Guard Bigfoot. I wonder, by chance, does the military actually track these things? Bigfoot and whatnot. Barbie says it's a cool website. Yeah, it's cool. There's another website that is Paranormal Outlaw. I kind of like. Let me refresh this one. I'll get this one up and running. Angels. Oh, no, that's current news stuff. Now, here is something I noticed today, which is almost like a right on cue. Yeah, there was Holland Park, I think. Big shooting up there. God bless those folks up through there in Chicagoland. But they picked, it was like it was just right on cue. All these freaking shootings pop up left and right, and you get a big, massive gun control voice popping up all over the place. But God bless those folks up there in Chicago. I wish and hope that they, and pray that they all are safe. And the folks that have been shot and killed, I pray that their families can move on through this and be with them, God. So, they have technology to track them all. My buddy in college worked on it, Sensor Networks. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Paper Chaser, what's going on, brother? You pray hard, and didn't DW post a video last week about a person using black magic? Yeah, sure did. Sure did. We got all that taken care of for sure. But absolutely, we're going. What you're seeing with my channel is just a taste of what's about ready to pop up. I had started doing posting some new shorts to kind of get my channel to start growing, and actually it has grown. Since I started posting, I think it was Friday, maybe. These new shorts, my channel has grown by about 40 or 50 subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to me. Get that subscriber count. Well, hello. What are you doing following, buddy? You ain't supposed to be moving on your own. But if you want to call in, 931-994-6917. I think I got it all mapped out and ready. I don't have to have my extra lap or my extra Mac involved with this out here on the side. Yeah, AJK, would love to hear from you, brother. I know you got some interesting stories about that flying creature, whatever that is. Happy 4th, ABC. What's up? But let's see, what's the temperature there? Right now, according to my handy, actually, I believe my watch better than I do. It is 86 right now. Feels like 89. I had turned my fan off because the fan in here was just, couldn't hear me over the fan, so I had to turn that off. So luckily, I'm on a screened-in porch, so no bugs or anything like that's popping up. 86 biggins. Feels like 89. Probably start hearing some. Well, no, it's too late. It's too early to hear fireworks yet. But yeah, who knows? Heck, if they start popping off fireworks in the background, I might go live and Just have the fireworks playing because the town is right behind me over this hill. Yeah. Between the American flag, I might have to pull the flag down so it would be visible over here, or maybe I don't know what I'll do. Who knows? We'll see. But tonight should be fireworks night in town, and I'll be able to see it from here. May just do a live stream and let the fireworks play out. Who knows? How many would like to see that? Unless you're going out and doing watching your own fireworks, you may do that. We'll see. Are you going to do show on Monday? Who are you talking to, Tina? Let's see. Who else is in here? We got Little Dog, Big Heart, Joey, ABC. Anybody new? I appreciate each and every one of you popping in here for just a minute. I don't know how long I want to do this. Wow, we're already done this for 21 minutes. Crazy. Just felt like I got on. They already started here in Philly, and they gunshot. Oh my God, Tina. That is just nuts. I personally, I think a lot of this is planned. Super 6-3. We can take you out back with us. That's cool, Bodan. I don't know how you're going to take us. I'm going to take me out back with you, but there you go. Good to see you, Super 6-3. But definitely pray for those folks that have, been some altercations. That's been all over the news and all over Twitter. I'm like, holy cow. I actually commented, well, that just looked like that was scripted. But that's just me saying that out loud. My own opinion, not associated with anybody. So if you don't like my opinion, there you go. You have a website, Sean, or is shows posted in Dark Waters Radio? My website is on iamdarkwaters.com. And I don't have a personal website yet. And I've been kind of looking at getting one started up, but I hadn't got to that point yet. My writing has pretty much been a dominant factor, a fixture in my day to day, which I have not written anything today. Which, oh my God, I can tell you right now, since last week, since I started changing up how I prayed, and I actually got a demon out of my life. I can honestly tell you, my life has changed around quite a bit. It was intense, and doors started opening up again, and I started writing more and more. I think I wrote probably 6 or 7 pages yesterday, and the day before I wrote maybe about the same amount. We'll see what goes on, but I have a lot to write about, lots and lots to write about. Yeah, ABC, you don't have to be nervous about anything. I know it is kind of crazy getting on a live stream or talking in front of somebody that is live that you think you got more than one person listening to you. Oh my God, I can honestly tell you, the first time I got up in front of a crowd was probably about 20 years ago. Maybe a little earlier. I gave a talk about sleep apnea and sleep disorders, and at a competing hospital, believe it or not. I don't know how that. Actually, I do remember that. My ex-wife arranged that for me to go and talk to her gang. She was over a rehab group, physical and pulmonary rehab. She was over that for a while, and she called me and said, "Hey, can you give a speech?" And I said, "Why not?" Since then, I don't know. I've given probably a few hundred talks in front of people. Biggest crowd was in front of a high school auditorium full of people, which was nerve wracking. But once I got started, it was all right. Sometimes I get a little nervous popping on here, what I'm going to talk about, what I'm going to say, and then kind of starts rolling out. So, Ivy, what's going on, hon? I ain't seen. Well, I've seen you in the comments quite often. Oh yeah, appreciate y'all that's been interacting with my new shorts that I've been putting out. We'll see how fast it takes one of you hot wrenches out there to knock at. And the winner is Mayreed. Got a hold of that one. Oh my, there's more than one there. There's more. Mayreed got that one. Keith King got the second one. And then Lakea got the last one. 3 in a row. Wow. Sometimes, if you're a really good talker, that's what a show host loves to talk to somebody. If you can ramble on about any kind of whatever, here's a little secret that this is a personal secret. I've had some people on my show as a guest. I've talked to them at great length in private, but got them on the show. And you ask one question, and you think that they're going to have a rambling answer that's chock full of information. Barely got 2 sentences out of them per question. So sometimes stage fright gets them, for sure. Sometimes once they get worked up, and that's why if you look at my technique when I talk to people when they call in, I will give them carte blanche. Yeah, Keith, you got them nuked for sure. Nuke them, nuke them, nuke them. Those porn sites keep following Donnie's show. What? Hey, yeah, actually they did. Over on my other show Saturday night, I think they did pop up and started on Donnie's show. That's crazy. You bringing in the porn sites there, Donnie? But oh, there's another one. Somebody nuke that one. Automatically he'll. Oh, there we go. Holly grabbed a hold of it. Let me see if I can just get a. Yeah, there you go. Holly won that one. Right on it. Sometimes those bots just come in and they see a hot chat, which we got a pretty good chat going on here. We've got the best people in the world that pop in my chat streams. Crazy. So, about 3 weeks ago, give or take, I did a bunch of praying in here, and I got rid of something. And I haven't had the first paranormal anything happen in 3 weeks since I blessed this house the right way. I stopped seeing shadow figures. I stopped hearing voices in the house. And the strange thing about it, ever since my family owns this place and I've moved back in here ever since then, it was always like I've got eyes on me. Somebody's watching me. Since I did the correct prayer and praying in this house, that's all stopped. I've actually remarked to a few friends of mine that, hey, I can roll by my upstairs on the first floor, past my staircase, and it's like nothing's watching me. Holly, yes, it is awesome, and God is great, and God is good. That's all I can tell you. It absolutely is fantastic. I got some great friends that are strong with Christ, and God bless each and every one of them. Blues and G. Hey, happy Independence Day to you, sir. How are things going with you? Lewis in Chicago, yeah, there was a big mess of things going on up there. It's kind of hard what you can say about what's the what's in the current news, up to the moment news. What, especially with these live streams on Facebook and Twitter, and I'm not exactly sure about the paranormal radio app, how it affects what comes out of somebody's mouth, but YouTube will strike you down pretty freaking quick if you say the wrong combination of words. Doing well, no complaints. Well, great. Actually, when I posted this show to go live at 2 p.m. Central Time, as soon as I hit post, it was like every neighbor next to me, even my buddy across the fence here, pulled out the lawnmower and started mowing. I was like, holy cow, did y'all just watch me or wait for me to hit I'm gonna go live? Luckily they got all their crap done, but that was just strange. Every one of them, the folks to the right of me here, folks to the left of me, and the one behind me, I don't think anybody across the street did anything, but it was all at once. Or they just got on the phone and said, hey, we got to mow all at once. Or the first one cranked their lawnmower up one time, and the rest of them's like, hey, I ain't doing anything. Let's go mow. But how do you like these midday Mondays things? Actually, tomorrow I'm going to be live. Not live. I'm going to be on a show. Let me get my calendar out here. On the 5th, I'm going to be on a show with Miss Schultz. I forgot what the name of her show is. I will post links and stuff once I get them about my near-death experience over there. I'm going to have another one at the end of the 31st with another guy, Strange Encounters, that I just talked about earlier. And then if you want me on your show to talk about anything from the paranormal to my near-death experience or whatever you want to talk about, you more than likely can know my email address, seang@imdarkwaters.com. We'll get her going. Can't wait. Well, I can't wait either. I love talking about this stuff, especially the near-death stuff, but hey, whatever. Well, okay. You need to tell them to cut it out there in North Korea. But yeah, I'm going to be on a few shows upcoming, and I'll keep y'all posted as I know when and where I'm going to be on. Bigfoot watcher chasing chemtrails and records a UFO. Wow, let's see this one. I have seen skies like this. This is crazy. Let's go ahead and look this one up or share this one out to you guys. There you go. This is off of Paranormal Outlaw. Anybody seen skies like this? Barbie, I'm banned from porn and dating, apparently. Okay, that's cool. I have banned myself from all that stuff. Actually, believe it or not, I've had enough of that stuff. And yeah, a lot of people is commenting on those news shorts. But there you go. Anyway, call in 931-994-6917. Just say howdy do or whatever. Holly, I know that you have to work up the courage to call. So if you can call in, Holly. I'd love to talk to you. Let's see. Would it be possible to do a show with Ralph Sarchie you could get in touch with him would be a listen. Ralph Sarchie. I don't know who Ralph Sarchie is, but I'll look him up. Never heard that name before, actually. It would be thought about an uncommon convergence. Excuse me. My eyesight's not working right now. Conspiracy theories and a person of Bigfoot movies YouTube channel was chasing chemtrails when he claimed to record a UFO chasing them effectively. Let's move this up here. I don't see any. I have seen skies like that. Actually, I got a pretty good picture, which I can't share right now because I don't know where it is on my hard drive. Uh-oh, they're starting up the fireworks. Starting up the fireworks. So if you start hearing some big booms, it's not me. But there we go. Ollie says I'm too nervous. Well, you have some great stories. Love to hear you someday. But yeah, make a club. All right, you're live on there. What's your name? Where you from?
Oh, hey, it's AJK from the chat, but I can't see the chat, so I'm outside on the phone.
Well, great. So, how's your 4th of July going, buddy?
Oh man, it's hot. I'm just waiting for it to cool off this evening. I'll probably mow the grass.
Well, everybody's mowed here at 3 o'clock or 2 o'clock, actually. Not 3 o'clock, but wow. So you wait until a holiday to mow your grass. So you're not going to have any barbecue or cookout or anything like that? Or did you do that over the weekend?
Did that yesterday.
Oh, okay. That's good. Cool, man. Cool. Anything interesting happening with you?
No, well, I'll ask you first. You want me to? Is it okay to tell my story about growing up in a haunted house, or Absolutely. I don't want to get you in trouble with the big guy? Okay.
No,
yeah,
no.
I don't want to get you.
No, it's all right. I don't have any problems talking about anybody about paranormal or supernatural or anything like that. It was just I had to clean my personal spiritual life out. That's what I did. So I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. See, well, you know the Bible is supernatural if you think
Absolutely.
about it. So
yeah, from page 1 to the last page, it's all supernatural.
The altar caught on fire, the bush caught on fire. You know, there's all kinds of neat stuff.
Angels coming from heaven. Yeah, all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I sure would like to see one again. I've been asking, but I don't know if he's going to let me see him. But I sure would love to see another one. But anyway, when I was, I think I was like maybe 3 or 4 years old. My parents had divorced, and so I had to go with my mom. We lived in an apartment, and then she met a guy, got married, and then we moved out to this house in northern Illinois, and it was near a lake that was basically they just dammed the creek and made a lake out of it and sold built houses around the lake. And I never noticed anything in the beginning, but I guess it kind of started one night. I had my bedroom door open and I can see out to the kitchen, and I woke up and I saw these things like standing next to the refrigerator. One thing, and to me at the time, I remember I was pretty small, so like the refrigerator was kind of big, it was tall to me, and if there was something in the top shelf in the back, I probably wouldn't have been able to reach it. But I'm good now. I'm 6 foot tall now. So, but I was just a little boy then, and then my mom had a big soup tureen that was on top of the refrigerator, And so I saw this thing like racing. It was like it was racing around the soup tureen. And then this other thing was standing next to the refrigerator, and it was contorted. It was weird. It was kind of bent, weird. And it looked like the Charlie Brown ghost. You know what I'm talking about? Remember, he just put the sheet over his head and he cut the two holes out for eyes. That's what the thing looked like. It looked like the Charlie Brown ghost, but it was bent in a strange way. And then after that, of course, it's like, I seen a ghost. And they were like, oh, you didn't see it. You didn't see anything. And I'm like, yes, I did. And I even told the doctor, because I think I had to go to the doctor to get a physical before going to school. And he just joked and said, it's funny the things you remember. He's like, did you give him any ghost toasties? And I was like, no, them things scared the heck out of me. I was just looking at them. And then from then on, I had to sleep with the door shut. I could not go to sleep with the door open. And like, I was scared to death to go because the bathroom was in the hall. I was scared to death to go in the when my mom would be like, all right, go take a shower to get, for tomorrow and for school. And I'd be scared to death to go in there. I felt like I was scared, like I was at the Bates Motel or something, and it was, I was always seeing stuff in that house. And then one time, I think I was a little bit older, and some friends of my mom and stepdad were over, and they were in the living room, which was on the other way down it was a ranch style house. So it was all the way down at the end of the house, or at the end on the other end from where the bedrooms were, and the kitchen was in the middle. And I had this mirror that was over my dresser, and if the door was open, the mirror could see out into the hallway. And like, I saw this tiny, it couldn't have been but like 3 foot tall, and this thing was like pitch black. I mean, it was like shiny black. It was almost like a tiny, like Darth Vader. It was blacker than Darth Vader. I mean, and so the strange thing is, what I never figured out, it looked like it was holding like a stick with an egg on the end of it. Like the egg was sitting on top of it. Like he was holding like a little, like maybe like a foot long round stick with an egg on it. And then when I joined the Army later on in years and went to Germany, and on Easter, the kids will take I think branches from a pussy willow, and then they'll put eggs on the end of it, and it just comes from their pagan. It's kind of like a pagan thing, like the Christmas tree. They all just kind of keep those traditions going, even though they're supposed to be like a Christian country. But that just, when I saw that it just always triggered my memory of seeing that thing. But I had no idea why that thing was carrying, and that was the only thing that was white on it, was like that, like he was carrying a chicken egg on top of and it was stuck to the little, I don't know, staff, I guess it was like, or, piece of wood or whatever that he was carrying. And he just like walked by the door, and I saw it in the mirror. And man, I tell you what, I think I could have beat an Olympic 100-yard dash. I ran down to the living room. I was there fast, and that thing scared the heck out of me. But that was weird things that went on in that house. We always had snakes too outside they were just guard. I mean, they weren't like poisonous or nothing, but there was always snakes out in the yard too. There must have been a den of them somewhere around there. But it just seems like strange things. I would wake up with scratches on me too.
Wow. I haven't had it. Well, I have had scratches in this house, but I haven't had anything
Yeah.
strange in the last 3 weeks whatsoever. So
Yeah,
not
my
exactly.
mom would be like, how'd you scratch your arm? And I was like, I don't know. I'm like, I don't know. I just woke up, it was there. And yeah, so
So
like everybody was always in a bad, like everybody was never like happy, and they were always kind of in a grouchy mood. Everybody in the house was always. I think it was attracted to the negative energy.
all right. So did you see the night that you got scratched? Did you see or encounter anything, or had any kind of weird whatever happen besides the
No,
scratches? Was it only in
no,
that
that was
house? Only in that house?
yeah.
Barbie's wanting to
So
know.
yeah, and then long story short, my mom's husband, he passed away. He ended up dying from emphysema, and then I moved we moved in with my uncle because he had a really old house that belonged to his mother and father-in-law, and we stayed in that while we found another place to live, and after that there was nothing. Not even in that old house that when I lived by my uncle, there was nothing in that old house. But later on, when I went to Germany, I encountered a few things like, like it was the weekend or something like that, and we were bored. It was probably the end of the month when nobody had any money, and sometimes we used to pull up the cushions on the couch just to grab some change so we can go buy a bottle of Mad Dog 2020 at the PX. From
Oh,
people's
jeez.
change falling out their pockets.
Man, just thinking about
And
the orange Mad Dog 2020. Oh my God, that's just like a heartburn just popped in my head.
yeah, and and so like I was just walking down the hall and heard a bunch of voices, and that's what you kind of do in the military when you live in the barracks, and you just don't find you get bored, and you just kind of like walk down the hall, see whose most voices come out of the room, and then you just go in and see what's happening, and everyone just kind of ends up congregating in one room. And these people had a Ouija board in the, and so I started putting my fingers in the things moving around. We were asking the questions. Oh, when were you born? And it was like, in the 1800s, and it was telling us all kind. What's your name? And it's like, are you a German? And it's like, yes, no, um, and so I started asking it questions, and it was answering them like correctly. And I was like, okay. I took my hands. I was like, here, you three do this, and I'll ask the questions. And because I was asking them stuff that they wouldn't have known. I was like, what year was my grandmother born? And that thing tapped out the correct year, because she was born in 1898, and I'd never told anybody that I was in the military with. And then I said, what was her name? And it spelled out, and she had a very unique name that people don't name their children this name anymore. And she was like, it tapped it out on the Ouija board. I was like, holy crap. That was pretty strange. But nothing
All
ever
right.
bad ever happened to me after, but I never messed with one ever again. But nothing bad ever happened to me that I can really remember after doing that.
So anything else happen in that particular area where you touched that Ouija board after the fact, or it was just one and done?
No, I don't. No, I think I just kind of left it, and we didn't insult it, or you know what I mean. Like we weren't trying to be we weren't disrespectful like that story that Donnie has told about his Ouija board experience and stuff like that. So like we didn't. I don't think we closed it, but nobody complained about anything happening afterwards. I don't think we ever used it again, as far as I can remember.
That's one thing I've never touched in my life is a Ouija board, and I don't plan on touching it. Closest I've been, as I've said in the past, is It was sold by Milton Bradley in Walmart, and I saw it on the shelf in Walmart, and that's the closest I've been to a Ouija board. I know some people that actually make these things as a hobby. I'm like, why? But hey,
Yeah, make a checkerboard or make a checker or a chessboard instead.
yeah, make a chessboard. Well, I'm not. We all have our free will, and if that's what you want to do, is make your own Ouija board or play with a Ouija board. That's up to you. But I've had my fill of demons in my life. So
Yeah, and the one good analogy, I'll listen to the confessionals when I'm driving to work from Tony Merkel, and a lot of people are familiar with. Yeah, he's he says like he actually went to like a theology school in college, but he ended up becoming a truck driver. But now he's
all right. Hopefully this is working now. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Let me see if I can call back AJ. I don't know. Can you all hear me now? I don't know what the heck just happened with my internet. Marqueto, how you? I haven't talked to you in a day or two. But can you see me, guys? Yes or no? One in the chat if you can see me, or two if you can't. So, long dog, sorry trolls, hot pockets. Yeah. We're back. Yeah. I don't know what happened to my internet. My internet just decided it wanted to give me some trouble there. But let me change this out. and go over here and flip this over here. So, number 5 from Primal Cry. Of course, you got to be the oddball. Number 5. I'm good to go. Good to go. All right, AJ. I'm sorry for dropping out on you there, buddy. It was my fault. I thought I had the internet thing fixed, but apparently not. We'll see. But it looks like it's good now. Great. 931-994-6917. If you want to call in, AJ, if you want to call back in, you're great. Keith, I'd love to talk to you, brother. It's been a hot minute since you and I have had a conversation. How's Jimmy? Love to hear from him sometime. But, yeah, there you go. Have you had a paranormal, supernatural, Bigfoot, cryptid encounter where, you kind of go, what in the world just happened? To the point where everything in your life flips upside down. Took a smoke break. Internet. Yeah, Joey, it absolutely did. Cannot hear you right now. Cannot hear me right now. Really? Hello. Let's see. Let's go right here and go to audio. Well, it should be. Can you hear me now? You want to see a Bigfoot, AJK? So is my audio okay? It looks like it's okay on my end. I can see the meters are going. Jimmy's good. Oh, well, good. Great. But, yeah. How long will we be going at? About an hour? Apologize for the little hiccup with the internet. That was, my internet. Comcast. The great gods of the internet. Comcast. Honestly, sometimes I wonder about them. Well, good, Holly. I appreciate that. But I'll give us a few more minutes. Give me a call, 931-994-6917. We'll have this a discussion. AJ, I apologize for the internet. Crazy stuff that was going on. Everything went out. Even my internet. I couldn't even connect to my internet for a minute. I don't know what was going on there. Tonight is fireworks over at Benita's house. So everybody go to Benita's house. She's got fireworks going on. Definitely. If you got hot dogs, I'll be right there with you. Well, she had pizza last night. I'd love to have a good old pizza. I've got stuff to make pizza. I may make something a little later. Blues and G, wish she was there. Yep, I wish I was there too. Pizza and fireworks. You can't beat that combo. Barbecue chicken, barbecue beef, just barbecue burger. That would be a fantastic little thing. I had bacon cheeseburgers yesterday. So interesting stuff. Thanks for the bot tackling going on with the blue wrenches there. Appreciate that. That is some crazy stories. Have you ever touched a Ouija board? Have you ever touched a Ouija board? I'd like to have a discussion with you. 931-994-6917. Was it a good Ouija board encounter, or was it one of those that you went, holy heck, I should never touched it? AJ probably won't touch it if I touch another one. If I got, I won't ever again, according to AJK. I've talked to a few people that interact with them and had, I guess, positive interactions with a Ouija board. I honestly can't do that. Wrenches took that down in an act. There you go. Yeah. So, like and share and subscribe, please, if you don't mind. Try to grow this channel up a little bit so when I do go live, I've got a handful. Right now, I got about 20-some people that was watching me. It got up to like 40. We'll see. Oh, we got another caller. Give me just a second, caller, and I'll have you on with me In 3, 2, 1, you're live on the air. What's your name and where you from?
Hey, bro, how's it going?
Hey,
My
what's your
name is
name?
Michael. My name is
Yeah.
Michael Adams.
Hey, Michael, what's going on, brother? Can you hear me? Michael.
I've been listening to you listening.
All right. What's going on with you, brother?
Well, I got a question. What program do you use to go live? What software package?
StreamYard, and then I've got a for the audio as Audio Hijack. And he just dropped out. All right, that's cool. Michael, there you go, brother. Yep, Audio Hijack. I got MacBooks and Macs all over the place in the house, and that's what I use to go live with. And we got another caller. Oh, same guy, Michael. All right, Michael, you're live on the air. What's going on, brother? Did you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. For some reason, it dropped off.
It may be
what was
me.
the thing about
My internet has been doing some goofy stuff last few minutes, but I use Macs. I don't use anything else, so I've got to use Mac friendly stuff. I use Audio Hijack to get on the Paranormal Radio app, and then for YouTube and the rest of the platforms, I use StreamYard. And then on Saturday nights, I use OBS to get on there.
Which one do you like better, StreamYard or OBS?
They both have their ins and outs. OBS is a little quirky. StreamYard has its own little quirks, but it's just another mindset. It's all the same stuff, really.
Yeah. Well, I've been doing this stuff on the internet for 10 years. Thinking about going live again, but I don't know. We'll see. They took down my original channel on the 6th of January last year.
Oh, really?
Along with thousands of other channels. I
Oh,
woke up one morning and it was gone. So I had about 4,000 subs at the time. I had a channel that was called Old Religion Dystopia. Those are interested. Old Religion Dystopia 2 is on YouTube, and then on BitChute is still Religion Dystopia, known versus late. So, and I talk a lot about our Lord and Savior Jesus, that's for sure. I hear a lot about the Bible and all that. But if you're interested, I can tell you a few of my stories.
Sure, that sounds great.
Okay, let's go all the way back to 2017. At the beginning of 2017, I decided I was doing that, the truther stuff and searching and learning all the things that are going on in this world, and becoming very disenchanted with the whole thing. And so I decided, you know what, I was going to go research something that is the most faux pas, most forbidden thing in the research community to research, and that happened to be Bigfoot.
Okay. Why was that faux pas?
Oh, because most of the world thinks it's a joke, right?
Okay, yeah.
Right?
Sure.
You experienced that. And so my intentions was actually to prove that it was some kind of government psyop, which, by the way, turns out there is a giant part of that, but that's from my research. So I started interviewing folks. I did like a 2,000 part series with M.K. Davis. Did stuff with all sorts of people, Cat Hansen. I started out with a guy from a crypto PTSD, Justin. I think his name is Justin. I can't remember. But anyways, I was listening to everyone, interviewing, and then I decided in the beginning of the summer, that maybe I would start to do some field research myself, right?
Mm-hmm.
But unlike you, I'm handicapped. I have what's called multiple sclerosis. So I wasn't going to be able to go out deep in the woods myself. But I learned a lot about tree structures and that kind of thing. So I figured I'll drive around and look for tree structures. I live in Northwest Ohio, and there's the oak openings region, and it's famous for several things: native cactus, the prairie region in the Midwest. We used to have his little native bison here and all sorts of things, right? So, there were still some woods around where I live, and the town that I live in, it's called Sylvania. It's called Tree City. There's like a creek that runs through it, like several small streams and all that. I went into the Oak Openings region with my son, thinking that nothing would happen, and literally I stopped. I pulled over the first place and stopped. Walked off to would be my left of the car into the woods, and about 15 yards into it, there's a giant, huge tree structure, right? Huge, like one of those teepee structures, right? I'm filming this, and me and my son are walking under it and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, wow, this is amazing. Maybe there is some truth to whatever I'm saying, right? And that was the beginning of all the high strangeness of that year. And what happened was, in the course of time, I found another tree structure in the middle of my town. And literally in the middle of my town, and in a grove, directly behind for where these restaurants were, like Little Caesars and etc. Pizza joints, they had a dumpster, and there's like hill, and it's like 30 yards, maybe if that, not even 30 yards, probably like 20, 25 yards max, where the dumpster is to where this tree teepee was, right? And I started experiencing these weird things, right? And I'm like filming stuff and I'm seeing stuff because I apparently I've opened up myself to this. I don't know if you've had these kind of experiences or not, but it's like once they realize that that they exist and the game is on. Does that make sense?
Right.
You know what I mean?
When you notice them, they notice you.
Yeah, until that time, they might have always been there. In fact, I believe they've always been there. But once you start paying attention to them, then things start happening. I started having these really weird experiences in the middle of my town. The first thing I saw was on a Friday night. It was a human night. It was the beginning of August of 2017. There also was for the same time period, there was a solar eclipse during that time that went over the United States, and there's some strange stuff going on, right? Mm-hmm. I just walking around this field that's now developed, but at the time it was right next to the creek, and I'm looking over there, and I'm just like looking and looking. Next thing I see this ground, it's like a beige, leathery, it's more beige color, huge thing. At first, I thought it was some dude that was in a hoodie that was riding his bike down the path, right? Across the path.
Right.
Because it went so fast. It was like 1, 2, 3, and it was gone. But in the course of time, I'm looking at the thing, and I'm like, it's super humid, and the thing's massive. It's too big to be a human being. It was hunched over like somebody being on a bike, like somebody's like a racer, like races bikes, you know how they're hunched down? And it just, so all I saw was the back. And it just went bam, bam, bam. And I'm like, wow, how did that thing, it was huge. Easily it had to be over 10 feet. Easily, just from where I was at. And it went from west to east on the south side of the creek like that. And I'm like, wow, what the heck did I just see? And things just got weirder from there. But the story I really want to talk about is like a week, 2 weeks later, about 2 weeks later, it was a Thursday night. And first time I actually really, really saw what we could call Bigfoot, okay? The night before, my brother, he's a very religious man, very much a evangelical type of Christian, right? And I was talking to him, and I said, Eric, I don't think what they're saying that Bigfoot is I don't think it's what they're talking about. I think this is something more in line with the Native Americans are talking about. I think this might be something more in the spiritual realm type of things, right? He tells me, he goes, Mike, be not surprised now that you realize this, that you run across a Native American or Native Americans too. And I'm like, why is that? And he goes, because they understand what's really going on. And I'm like, okay. And, but I didn't think much of it because I live in Northwest Ohio. There's no Native American reservations around here. In fact, there's no real Native Americans. I mean, the closest thing to a Native American that I know about is me, and I'm part Cherokee and Ojibwe, but that's the closest thing. But I look very, more Caucasian than Native American, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I'm like, okay, whatever. So the next night, I decided to go get a pizza from Little Caesars, and this is a pizza joint. One of the pizza joints is just above the hill where this pyramid is in the middle of my town. And as I'm walking out with the pizza, I see this dude in the middle of the street, or at least on the west side, walking up the hill from where that pyramid is, and he's a dead ringer for a Native American. And I'm thinking to myself, how could this possibly be happening? And so what I did is I went over with my car, rolled down the window, and I said, "Hey, man, you know about that teepee structure down the road there?" And he goes, "Oh, yeah, I know about that." And I go, "Really?" I think to myself, this is just too good. I got to talk to this guy. So I say, "Hey, man, I got some pizza. You want to, go pull over and you want to have a couple pieces of pizza and we'll talk?" And he says, "Yeah." And in the process, he introduces himself, he says his name is, he goes by Crow. And I go, "Why is that?" It's because I'm a Crow Indian. And I go, "Oh, so they call you Crow?" And he says, "Yeah." I think to myself, that's not too original. Well, what the hell? You know what I mean? this guy, he's a Native American, you know what I mean? So we're talking, and we're talking about Bigfoot, and he's like saying, "Yeah, I know about that teepee structure down the road." And he said he's seen him in like Montana and in Northern California. My big brother's actually seen big Sasquatch in California, and his son. But in that same region, he would have, Butte County was the same region for Patty and all that kind of stuff. He swears by it. So, anyways, I'm like, we're talking. I go, dude, I've been doing some research around my town. And over in this Catholic cemetery, there's this huge tree that's fell over. And as it goes across this, what we call a holler or a ravine, it's a steep and deep ravine that has a little stream that runs through it that's about 2 feet wide. And I swear to God, I'm seeing stuff like heads pop up on the other side of that tree. And I'm like, man, and also that tree, there's no way that tree just naturally fell. Being someone who has a background